Hey there folks, this is Gabian. I'm in my car. It's a rainy day today, can you believe it? We've got rain all day today. So I thought I'd give you a little video to tell you what I do during the rainy days. Now we haven't had too many rainy days since all them tornadoes and stuff, and that's basically when I was going through all the divorces and stuff, and it was a really hard time for me, but now I'm kind of acclimated to it. Because it's been some time since I've been living in my car, and so I know what I'm doing at this point. But anyway, I give you some tips on living in your car when it's raining. I'm gonna give you some good movie ideas. I'm gonna give you some good book ideas, and maybe if you want to listen to some music, we got some music ideas coming. I got my laptop here. This is what I use to watch my movies with. I got my Kindle right here. I read my books with it and everything. So, and I got my phone here. I'll listen to music on Spotify or YouTube or something. So anyway, right now I'm watching a movie. I'm watching the Grand Budapest Hotel. That's all right. That's a pretty good rainy day movie. There are a bunch of movies out there that are really good for rainy days. There's a Hitchcock one that's really good. It's called Rebecca. That one's a good one to watch. It's got a little bit of mystery and everything to it. I like watching old black and white movies during the rain. It's kind of nostalgic. And then I like to watch the Shudder. If you're gonna get a service, I don't really advertise for services, but if you're gonna get a service, I recommend you get that Shudder, because you got just as good movies on that Shudder as you do with Netflix and all that, and they just focus on the scary stuff, which is kind of fun, especially this time of year. So I highly recommend getting a Shudder account. If I want to give you a pro tip, if you sign up, if it's your first time signing up in Shudder, I would do it around October 1st or October 5th, somewhere in there. Give you a little bit of time, and that way you'll have all your horror movies all in one place, and you can watch them all during the Halloween season. And that's kind of what I like to do. I kind of like to watch Halloween movies and scary movies and stuff around this time, around Halloween time, and so that's what I like to do. Let me give you some good music. If you want to listen to music, Dreams of Fleetwood Mac. If you got the Spotify, you can put these on a station. You can listen to their station. So we got the Dreams. That's by that Fleetwood Mac. We got Rainy Day People and Bidding. That's Gordon Lightfoot, I believe. Rainy Day People. You can look that up. If you get your phone and you sing into it, the Google has this thing where you can sing into a microphone. You just sing into it and say, "Rainy day people and didn't and if you even hum to it or anything, they can tell you what the lyrics are. So go on that Google and hit the microphone button, and then you can search and you go rainy, or actually it's a microphone, right? I don't know, but anyway, Rainy Day People and that's a good song too. That's Gordy Lightfoot. I like to call him Gordy Lightfoot, and so I would recommend the Fleetwood Mac, the Gordy Lightfoot. We got some James Taylor. They're always good songs to listen to in the rain. You got all them old stuff. You want to listen to oldies in the rain. That's always fun. But when you're in your car and you don't got much to do, I like to listen to that music while I'm scrolling on the internet there, and so yeah, I like to listen to music when I'm scrolling. But it gets pretty boring if you're in your car and that's all you got is this just the music. So like I said, I like the Shudder. And if you're gonna get on that Shudder, that's a good one. And so I like to watch them movies too. Another thing I like to do is I like to read some books, and some good books that I like to read during when it's raining is that Ichabod Crane book. That one's a real short one, and it's a real good one. It's got that that headless horseman and stuff, and that's kind of fun to listen to and to watch and to read. So anytime you get a hold of that Ichabod Crane, yeah, go ahead and take a look at that one. Check that one out. And I like to read scary movies too. Right now, I'm actually reading this book by Stephen King. He's a scary author, and it's called The Outsider, and that one's pretty good. I recommend that one. Now, it's got some adult themes in it. This little boy, he gets R'd in the A, and then he gets K'd. So if you know what that means, then that's definitely for adults there. I wouldn't recommend having any kids read The Outsiders because of the whole R and the A, and then they got K, you know. And if you know, you know, and if you don't, you know, just don't. So anyway, that one's for adults only, but I recommend that one, or any kind of like guns, diamonds, steel. That one's a good one. That one's a non-fiction book about how different things has kind of shaped our world as far as humans go. And I'm probably getting that title wrong. It's a good book though. Something. But anyway, I recommend reading books. There's a bunch of books too. Let's see here. Norwegian Wood. That one, I haven't checked that one out yet, but I was looking for different books to read on the Audible and you know, on different my Kindle too. Norwegian Wood is what they recommend. They say it's a melancholy novel and explores themes of love, loss, and complexities of human emotion. So they say that one is good for a rainy day. They recommend to me The Secret History by Donna Tartt. And they say that's a gripping story of mystery, friendship, and dark academy set in New England college. Sounds like a really fucked up Harry Potter, if you ask me. Which might be good. Oh, and look, they recommend that Rebecca book. I wonder if that's the same book that the Alfred Hitchcock movie's based off of. It's by Daphne du Maurier. And it's a gothic classic. It's got eerie atmosphere, mysterious plot, rich, strong characters. That's good. So I might read some of them books, but right now I'm reading that the Outsider there, which I recommend if you're an adult. So well, right now I'm listening to Shudder. I'm watching a movie. I got that Grand Budapest Hotel. I'm about halfway through, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish watching it. But I wanted to tell you what I do during a rainy day and living in my car. And I'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about rainy days when I make a sandwich and we'll eat a sandwich together. I'll tell you about it. But let me finish up this book here. I'm sorry, let me finish up this movie. It's a Grand Budapest Hotel, and as soon as I'm done with this one, I'll bring you along. We'll make us a sandwich. So, all right, stick around. I'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, welcome back. It is that time. It's time to have a sandwich. Today I watched a couple movies, and I read some of that book, some of that Stephen King book I was telling y'all about, The Outsider. But I'm gonna make a sandwich right now. I'm gonna take a couple of these slices here. We got whole wheat. We're gonna be finishing that whole wheat off. Put the rest of this bread away. This one's gonna be an easy one. This one's going to be a classic sandwich that everyone's had before, I'm sure, and it's going to be a good sandwich. So we're going to enjoy it. So I got my bread here. We got the whole wheat. You can use any bread you want. This is a classic sandwich. I don't think I've made this one on the channel before. I like this one in rainy days too, because it's just so easy. It's so easy, and you just don't want to get everything out of your cooler and stuff when you're making stuff. So we're gonna have some Skippy peanut butter, of course. You gotta get that Skippy peanut butter. And what you want to do is you want to get a good amount, about that much. That's a good amount right there. And then you want to get your bread. You want to put it on your bread. And you want to smooth it out all the way, corner to corner, edge to edge. Get it all in there, all kind of even. Yes, you want every bite to have some of that Skippy peanut butter. So you get all that in there. There we go. That looks pretty good, huh? Good enough to eat. And then now I gotta lick the spoon up because I'm gonna use the same spoon as I do my jelly. And we're gonna have jelly. So it's a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today. We got this strawberry preserves, and I like to use the preserves because I like to have that. I like to have that fruit in there. I like that real fruit. It makes me feel like I'm really eating something healthy, you know. So that's good peanut butter right there. Skippy peanut butter is pretty good. All right, then we got some jelly, some preserves here. Now you don't want as many preserves because these preserves are really sweet. Maybe about that much there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that or not. About that much. You gotta get it on your bread, and so you just put it on your other piece of bread. You don't want to use the same one. That gets too messy as the peanut butter. So you just kind of want to get this one and cut it up, spread it around best you can. I'm trying not to break my bread here. There we go. So cut it up. You see, that's not really enough there. So I'm gonna get a little bit more. Now jelly kind of has chunks, so you're not going to be able to spread it too well, but you want to do the best you can. You still want a piece of jelly in every bite. You still want some peanut butter in every bite. I think that's pretty good coverage if you ask me. So I'm going to put this down, clean that up in a second, put the lid on the preserves. Just a classic sandwich today. Classic sandwich. We got peanut butter and jelly, and you just put them together. There you go. That's a perfect little peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I like having these on a rainy day. It's just nostalgic, you know, and like I said, you don't got to get too much out. You just get a couple of jars and some bread, and you got it, and a spoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my bite. We're taking a little bit of a day off on the farm. We did a bunch of that harvesting earlier, so it's a perfect day. Take a day off when it's nice and rainy. Can't get a lot of work done anyway, especially outside doing the stuff that I kind of do. So I like to have this peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I like to watch the movies. When I'm in my car, I got the internet over here. If you don't have internet somewhere where you're staying, go ahead and park at a Starbucks or something. And you can, if you park close enough, sometimes you can get that Wi-Fi in there. So I recommend that. And watching some movies. There are also some podcasts out there. I like to listen to scary stories. There's one I like a lot. He's been around for a while. Not very popular. His name's Lex Wall. And the podcast is called Anything Ghost. So it's going to talk about what happens is people call in and they'll tell stories. They'll tell their ghost stories, or if they don't tell it right, Lex Wall will tell it. And he's got some creepy music and stuff too that he likes to play around with and do. So on a rainy day, I recommend watching movies in your car. Get a Kindle. Read a Kindle. Kindles are great because, you know, they're more durable than the books. You don't want to get them wet, but if you get them wet, you know, the pages don't do nothing because they don't got no pages. So Kindles are really good. Or anything like it, you know. You just load books onto it and you just watch it. So another bite. So yeah, I recommend keeping yourself entertained in your car by watching movies, reading books, listening to music.
If you know how to write or draw, you can do that too. Sometimes I like to draw something. But that's all I'm doing today. I'll probably catch another movie. I'll probably watch or read some of that book, some of that Outsider. And yeah, call it a day. This is what a typical day doing living in your car. A typical day when it's rainy outside and you ain't got nothing to do. So these are things that I recommend to do. All right, well, thanks for joining me. This is Gabian, and when it dries up, I got another project that we're going to be working on probably next week sometime. So look forward to that. Like, subscribe, and follow for more content. And you take care and stay dry out there in this rain. All right, bye.